Thank you for staying with Checkpoint. Now, as Kenyans continue grappling with the high cost of living, most boarding school heads are facing challenges in providing for students' basic needs. They have to go an extra mile in ensuring the learners are well fed. Now, Nyasiongo Boys High School, Nyamira County, has incorporated agriculture as one of the ways to combat the high food prices. Winfrey Owino with that report.
Plenty of vegetables, ripe bananas and healthy cows for milk. That is what meets the eye at St. Kizito Nyasiongo Boys at a time when most schools are struggling to feed its learners.
I think this one has assisted so much, and that is why we have not chased the students to go home to bring school fees, because we can be able to get that one from the farm. Equally, the school, it plants bananas, and we give students fruits once after fortnight, and we can be able to get the bananas from the field, that is from the school farm, about 1,600 pieces, because those are the number of students that we have.
The school possesses about 10 acres of land under cultivation. Until food prices went up and feeding learners became an uphill task, the land was not put to use.
The consumption in the kitchen is quite a huge one. For instance, we use 45 bags of maize every week to ensure that these boys are fed. We have around 300 kgs of rice that we need to use to feed them.
In this land, the school's management has grown plantains, maize, vegetables and animal feeds for the cattle reared on the same piece of land.
We have 28 dairy cows, which supplements the school with milk to ensure that everything runs on smoothly. Number two, we have also poultry keeping. We keep around, we have around 30 layers, which supplements or which provides eggs to our school to ensure that everything is in order. Then we have also a section in the farm where we have banana planting, which assist us to get fruit supplements.
Vegetable produce and milk from the cows has gone a long way in substituting food bought by the institution to feed its learners.
When we saw the cost of meat has been rising over the years, we have a program that we buy some heifers from the nearby surrounding, we fatten them and then we slaughter in our slaughterhouse. That has assisted us to cut on the cost of buying meat. And this meat, students in our school take it 3 times a week, and therefore at a rate of 60 kilos per day, we need like 180 kilos every week. If we buy this from the market, actually it's going to be a big cost.
One of the challenges the school faces is the inability of most parents to afford school fees on time.
If a parent does not have money, the parent will come and renegotiate again. And the goodness also, we are allowing payment of food items like maize, beans. We call it payment in kind, and we issue receipts. It's only that at times it's slow in coming, but it cushions us and it cushions the parents also.
The situation is even harder for most school heads who do not have alternative sources of food apart from purchasing from farmers. Most depend on school fees to buy basic supplies.
That challenge came, and the government started now reducing the capitation, making it very difficult for schools to survive, actually to break even in a year. The situation has not been made any better when the CS for education told parents honestly that pay what you can. And so parents, in their own wisdom, decided that they can't afford anything, because they believe secondary education is supposed to be free.
The government has also been put on the spot for frustrating head teachers by reducing the school fees paid. On the other hand, the government has urged education stakeholders to innovate other ways of countering the challenges.
It is actually government's policy that actually children are not sent home for school fees. So in this regard, the government has provided for a midterm, which takes about 1 week. So all school managements are expected to use that opportunity when the children are going back home to give the necessary instruction to the children to take to their parents that actually they need to pay the fees balances.
To avoid rubbing shoulders with the government the wrong way, school heads have been forced to get creative.
It's become a bit of a challenge, and it has made it a nightmare for many principals. In fact, a number of principals are feeling like, why am I training to feed other people's children when I do not have this money? It is those ones that have had resources and maybe have bigger population of students that can be able to manage due to the large numbers, so they are experiencing economies of scale. Those are the ones that are surviving a little bit more comfortably. But those ones with the smaller populations, life is not a bed of roses for them.
And as the debate on school feeding programs in other schools continues, it is very different at Nyansiongo. The school is working hard to ensure its students are well fed in school. Winfrey Owino, KTN News.
Remember the champions?